Hi everyone, my name is Rishika and I'm one of the Jikaria sisters. Today I will be teaching you the choreography to Kamariya, which you can find on our TikTok channel. Let's get started. Before we get started with the choreography, I'll be reviewing some fundamental footwork that you'll need to know before you do the dance. So the first footwork that we have is called the side to side, and it's exactly how it sounds. You step on your right foot and you jump together while moving a bit to the side. Step on your left, jump together, right together, left together. Practice the sway a couple of times until you begin to feel comfortable with it. Next, we have high knees. So high knees, once again, exactly how they sound. What you're doing is you're jumping a little bit, but as you jump, you lift your knee. And jump, lift your knee. Left knee, right knee. Practice the high knees a couple of times and get comfortable with that too. Next, we have what we call a dig, which is basically where you lift your right leg, bring it behind your calf, and then you jump out and lean on your right leg. So you bring it in behind your calf, jump out, in, out, and practice the dig a couple of times. And the last step that we'll need to know before starting the choreography is what we call a double step. So it's very similar to a high knee, except this time, when you jump with your knee, instead of switching over, you tap on the ground, and then you jump to the other knee and tap with that leg that's up. So jump, tap, jump, tap, jump, tap, jump, tap. So now that we have the fundamental footwork down, let's get started with the choreography. So for the first 4 counts, we will be doing the side-to-side sway that we learned earlier, starting on the right side. So you're gonna step together, step together, step together, step together. And you're going from right to left, right to left. What your arms are doing as you're swaying, on the first count, you're making a flower motion on the top and spinning your arms around. On the second count, you bring your hands down to your hip. On the third count, you clap and bring it around. And on the fourth count, you clap and bring it around to the left. So let's try that together with feet and hands. 5, 6, 7, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. After you finish that fourth sway, you'll be going into the digs that we learned earlier as well. Except this time when you're digging, you're going to dig to the front on the 5th count, and then dig to the back on the 6th count, and then come back to the front. And as you're digging, you're going to cross your left arm slightly over your right arm, and punch your right elbow forward, and then punch your right elbow to the back, and come back to the front. Once you're back in the front, your arms will still be in this position, and what your feet are going to do is you're going to do high knee and a kick. And you can get that kick as high as you can get it. There's no reason to get it super high. You can keep it low if you feel more comfortable doing that. And what your arms will be doing, as we reviewed, you'll end up in the front like this, do the high knee and pull it out in a T, and then when you're setting for the kick, you cross on top, and when you do the kick, you're gonna bring your arms down to the 45 diagonal. So let's try that all together from the beginning with the sway. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and dig, and high knee, and kick. Now, we'll move on to the next 8 counts. So the next 8 counts start with 4 double steps, starting with the left knee coming up. So what it'll look like is 5, 6, 7, and 1, tap, 2, tap, 3, tap, 4, tap. And as you're doing those double steps, your arms will first be hitting the diagonal with the right arm on the bottom. On the second double step, you'll switch your arms and hit with the left hand on the bottom. On the third double step, you'll clap and hit out. And on the fourth double step, repeat that, clap and hit out. So together, it'll look like this. 5, 6, 7, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And as you're doing the side to side, feel free to look, feel free to add your own twist to it. After you finish that fourth double step, we'll be doing digs again, except this time, you're going to dig to the side on the 5th count, dig to the front on the 6th count, dig to the other side on the 7th count, and on the 8th count, you're gonna do a full circle and come back to the front. When you're digging, if you have a skirt on, feel free to lift it a little and add a little hip movement there. If you're not wearing a skirt, totally fine. You can leave your hands at your hips. So for those 3 digs, your hands will be here. So dig, dig, dig. And when you're doing that full circle, you flower your hands and you come back to the front. So let's try those 8 counts, starting with the diagonal from the beginning over there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 2. Great. Now we have a few more counts left before the dance ends. For these next 3 counts, we will be doing 3 double steps, starting with the left knee coming up. So this is where the chorus hits, and this is how the footwork will go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, tap, 2, tap, 3, tap, 4. And as you're doing those double steps, your hands are snapping first to the right with your left arm by your chest and your right arm out. Right, up, left. Now your right arm bends in. Up, front. So the hands are going and 1 and 2 and 3. With the footwork, this is how it looks. 5, 6, 7, and 1, and 2, and 3. So now that we have all of the choreo learned, let's do the choreo from the beginning with counts non-stop. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3,